Hello ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to this video. A very warm welcome to another video of mine. Well, today I'm gonna talk about the Saturn-Mars mutual aspect. It is gonna take place from 2nd of June 2021 until 20th of July 2021. During this period, Saturn will be retrograde and Mars will be in its debilitated sign. Hence, you will see Saturn taking some energies from Mars and Mars taking some energies from the planet Saturn. Well, Mars is all about anger but is forgiving. But Saturn is calm but vengeful. Saturn prefers serenity, solitude, calmness, peace. But Mars prefers to be in the company of others. I mean, they prefer to be in the company of their relatives, their loved ones, their friends, etc., etc., etc. Mars doesn't like loneliness like Saturn. Saturn doesn't like too much noise. Saturn doesn't like too many people giving them ideas, giving them suggestions. But Mars is always open to ideas and suggestions. Though they may not implement those ideas and suggestions in their life, but they give a good hearing to those ideas and suggestions. You know, Saturn is cold and slow, but on the other hand, Mars is fast and hot. You know, Saturn is a very patient planet. It moves very slowly. It plans its moves before doing anything. But Mars is impulsive. But their impulsive behavior gives them a lot of profits for them. You know, Mars takes orders from others, but does those things his or her own way. But Saturn works on its carefully thought plan. You know, the description which I have just given you all about Saturn and Mars, you would understand that they are quite opposite to each other. Their ideas, their ideology does not match at all. But when placed together, I mean in a conjunction, in a friendly sign, in a favorable sign, they can work wonders together. Also, when there is an exchange between Mars and Saturn, I mean, if Mars is in the house of Saturn and Saturn is in the house of Mars, concurrently, I have seen that the exchange between Mars and Saturn also produces an extreme good yoga in astrology. Well, for those people who have Saturn Mars in a friendly sign, they benefit a lot in their lives. Saturn may compel them to think wisely with intelligence. But on the other hand, the implementation will be done by the planet Mars. But this time from the 2nd of June, Mars and Saturn will be in mutual aspect with each other. Mars, as I told you, it will be debilitated. I mean, it will be weak, and Saturn will be very strong during this time. It will be in a retrograde motion. So it will be very strong at this point in time. So this is gonna be an aspect of a weak Mars and a powerful Saturn. So let me start predicting about the various moon signs and various ascendants. Let me first start talking about the Aries moon sign, Aries ascendant people. Let me tell you all that Mars will be in your 4th house and Saturn will be in your 10th house. So during this time, you will see the Aries moon sign, Aries ascendant people fighting to move ahead in life, fighting to retain their space in their careers. They will be fighting to do something new in their field of activity. At this moment, they will want to stay calm. They will want to stay peaceful and think of a strategy before they make their next move in their life. Though you may not be feeling very good mentally, but you will not let others know about your feelings at this point in time. Well, let me tell you that if you are fighting to retain that job, that business, that career, which you are already working in, let me tell you that you will be successful in it. Well, for Taurus moon sign, Taurus ascendant people, this particular Mars Saturn will be in your 3rd and 9th house respectively. So during this time, you will not be able to take some decisions in your life. You will be hesitant to take some decisions in your life. These decisions will be very important decisions for you. You'd like to do things which you are already doing, and you don't want to stop doing what you are doing because you are seeing success in it. You will postpone those important decisions for a later date. But mentally, you are gonna remain irritated during this time. You are gonna remain exasperated during this time. Well, for Gemini moon sign, Gemini ascendant people, let me tell you all that this Mars Saturn will be in your 2nd house and 8th house. So during this time, you can be worried about your family. Your family will bring you into such a situation that you get worried about them. You are gonna feel that your family is a liability rather than an asset for you. A sudden change in your family life cannot be ruled out. You would want to stay away from your family at this point in time because you will feel that they are not giving you the peace, the calmness you always expected from them. They are not gonna support you at this particular moment. The changes which you undergo during this time are gonna stay with you for a very long time to come. Well, for Cancer moon sign, Cancer ascendant people, Mars will be in your ascendant or over your moon sign, and the planet Saturn will be in your 7th house. So there will be a mutual aspect of Mars and Saturn. So during this time, your confidence is gonna get shattered. If you were working on some project, you will see failures in those projects. But my suggestion to y'all would be, please do not leave that project. Please continue with that project, because sooner rather than later you will find success in it. Please do not make that mistake of discarding that project at this point in time. You might be working in any sphere of your life, in any area of your life, in any arena of your life. But if you are working on something since a long time and you are seeing disappointments and failures at this point in time, I'd suggest you all to please continue with it. Stoppages, hurdles and obstacles are gonna be seen by you during this period. Well, for Leo moon sign, Leo ascendant people, Mars will be in your 12th house and Saturn will be in your 6th house. So during this time, you will see unnecessary expenditure behind your family, unnecessary expenditure behind yourself. One of your near or dear ones are gonna see a major setback in their lives. You would feel that you are surrounded by problems and difficulties at this point in time. But let me assure you all that you are gonna come out of this very strongly. Though things may not seem hunky-dory for you at this particular moment, but as this phase passes, you will see that you are improving mentally, emotionally and physically. In other words, you are gonna fail your way to success. Well, for Virgo moon sign, Virgo ascendant people, this particular Mars Saturn will be in your 11th and 5th house. So during this time, you can expect to earn some money during this time. You can expect some unexpected money to come during this time. But that money is not gonna stay with you. It is gonna be spent behind unnecessary stuff. This expenditure which you will be doing after earning that money will be unnecessary for you. It will be superfluous for you. So the only silver lining in that cloud is that you will be meeting your expenses with the money you will earn during this time. You will not have to break your savings at this point in time to meet your expenses. Well, for people who are in love, this time is gonna be a very stressful time for you, as well as for students who are preparing for an exam. Well, for Libra moon sign, Libra ascendant people, this particular Mars Saturn will be in your 4th house. Saturn will be in your 4th house and Mars will be in your 10th house. So during this time, you can face some problems in your office, in your business, and there is a strong chance of you defaulting on your installments and EMIs at this point in time. Though ultimately you will arrange those funds, that money to pay that EMIs, but I don't think so that you will be able to pay during this phase of Mars and Saturn's mutual aspect. People at your office or in your locality might try to tarnish your image for things which you haven't done. And for this, you will have to explain things to people. And for this, you may have to explain yourself to other people. Well, for Scorpio moon sign, Scorpio ascendant people, this Saturn is going to be in your 3rd house and Mars is gonna be in your 9th house. So during this time, you may not be very lucky. Things which you will be doing at this time, you may not see success in them at this particular moment. You might show a lot of courage in doing those things, but ultimately luck is not gonna support you. This may lead you to a lot of frustration, dejection and depression at this point in time. You may fear taking some very important decisions during this time, but you will take those important decisions later on. Your children might be a source of disturbance for you at this point in time, and you might try to avoid them at this point in time. Well, earning money shouldn't be a problem for y'all at this point in time. Well, for Sagittarius moon sign, Sagittarius ascendant people, this particular retrograde Saturn will be in your 2nd house and a debilitated Mars will be in your 8th house. During this time, I'd suggest you all to implement your ideas and plans. The ideas and plans you have for your career at this point in time. Start working hard at this point in time, because the changes, the transformation you will be seeing during this time will yield profits for you in the future. So you have to work hard to change your situation in your life. You may not be in the best of situation currently, but this particular time demands hard work from you, and this hard work which you will be doing during this time will pay you off in the future. Try to maintain a cordial relationship with your family and family members at this point in time. And don't let loneliness take the better of you. Try to listen to some upbeat music and stay physically active during this time. Well, for Capricorn moon sign, Capricorn ascendant people, Saturn will be over your moon sign, over your ascendant, and Mars will be in your 7th house. So during this time, you can face some illness, some diseases at this point in time. But let me tell you all that you are gonna recover from that disease, that illness very quickly. If you were suffering from any sort of chronic disease, then during this time, if you are facing any sort of complications due to that chronic disease, you will find a solution to that illness, that complication during this period. You will find a medicine which is gonna cure you at this point in time. You must show the world that you are mentally resilient to all the negative things happening around you. You must show the world that you have the determination and the resolve to move forward in life in spite of your difficulties and problems. I'd suggest you all to use your wisdom and intelligence at this point in time if you want to get out of the rut you are in. Well, for Aquarius moon sign, Aquarius ascendant people, this Mars is gonna be in your 6th house, and this Saturn in its own sign will be in your 12th house. So during this time, you will feel helpless. You will feel a sense of despondency. You will feel hopeless about your situation at this point in time, and hence you will take the support of God during this time. You will become very religious and spiritual at this point in time. You would feel that it is not because of you are on this planet Earth. You will feel that it is because of God's grace and mercy you are here on this planet. Because certain events are gonna happen during this time which will compel you to think like this. You are not gonna hold any sort of grudges against anyone in your mind. As far as your work is concerned, you are gonna show some gumption behind that. You are gonna show some spirited initiative during this time behind your work. I'd suggest you all that instead of thinking too much, you need to act physically during this time. Well, for Pisces moon sign, Pisces ascendant people, this particular Saturn, this particular retrograde Saturn will be in your 11th house and Mars will be in your 5th house. So during this time, you can expect some sorrow and grief. There is a strong chance of you losing your near or dear one. I mean, they can go very far away from you without even letting you know. And this could be a reason for your trouble, your worries, your sorrows at this point in time. Well, for example, if you all are into a love relationship, your love partner may leave you forever without even informing you. They might just leave you for the sake of another person. This will make you heartbroken at this point in time. You may be dissatisfied with the treatment you are receiving from your near and dear ones at this point in time. Well, on the career front, this is gonna be a great time for y'all. You are gonna progress in your career at this point in time. You'd work very hard behind your career at this point in time. And you will see some excellent results for yourself in your career at this point in time. I mean, you will be seeing a lot of success. People are gonna admire and praise you for the work which you will be doing at this point in time. And there is a strong possibility that you become very popular during this time in your field of work. Well, this pretty much completes my predictions for all moon sign, for all ascendant signs, for this Mars-Saturn mutual aspect. If you want specific predictions about yourself, then you can contact me directly. Well, like I always say, that if you wish to know your future through astrology, and you are determined to live the best possible version of yourself, well, one must always try to live his or her best version of themselves, because there is only one life to live. There are no duplicates of a life. You will not get a chance to live this beautiful life once again. And besides that, if you want to earn money in your life, if you want to see success and prosperity in your life, if you want to experience richness in your life, if you want to be called a positive person in your life, if you want to experience peace, tranquility and calmness in your life, which is most important for human beings, and you are hell-bent on taking your life from the ridiculous to the sublime, from the low point to the high point, from nothing to something, then you can contact me over WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number has been given on this video. Have a great day and a great time ahead. God bless you all. Jai Mata Di, Jai Ma Kali.